Soleil's about to look so sexy, you're gonna leave your wife.
Hell yeah, that's how it's done. Watch and
When Bridget Savage Cole and Danielle Crudy, who are the writer-directors of this film, offered me this part, I was so struck by the fact that this character is known as Chef, which is not a name, it's like a title. So I was fascinated by the even concept of that, because it told me this person is solely defined by her work. And as women in the workforce, I think it's very relatable to feel like you're in a moment that is just so focused on your work and there's nothing else. I think that's very relatable. I think it's also like fortunate. I think we're in a time where people are starting to find something called a work-life balance. But again, a very relatable situation. I also loved that it was not afraid of exploring the concept of what makes a witch. You know, I loved the healing themes in this film. I know that it is a horror genre film. It's genre bending to a point. But I loved that it is so unapologetically many things, and it's not afraid to have, even subtly, some hard conversations around gender politics. So for me, it checked a lot of boxes on something that I'd never done before. I was a pretty decent cook before, but I have been humbled. I trained for this part. I got myself into a kitchen and I trained with Chef Aisha down at Chouquette. It's in Chelsea here in New York City. And that was a humbling experience. My feet, my hands, my lower back has never hurt so much. And that's coming from a decade's worth of dancing, you know? And then I continued to train while I was making the movie. I was chopping vegetables every day, trying to keep those knife skills sharp, you know? So I definitely picked up some great recipes along the way, and I now have a really fun relationship with food. I enjoy making food for myself and for my loved ones. So that's something that the film actually gave me. To be frank, one of the big differences is that I was what we call number one on the call sheet. You know, I was like, oh, I'm like the lead of the film, but I'm also the lead of a film that is a genre film that I've never done before. So I was like, all right, we're definitely in unknown territory here. But the great thing is it's all storytelling. And I humbled myself to a point that I could be very open to learning new things. And I think there is an art to building anticipation and anxiety and suspense in horror. And it honestly, in the practice of doing it, it creates anxiety in me. So that it was definitely a challenge all the way around, but it was something I didn't shy away from. I put myself in small confined spaces for this. I played in dirt, I ate sticks, and I learned to cook with technique to pull this one off, and I'm really glad I did it. A lot of scary things in one movie. I hope you guys will check out House of Spoils. You know I love you, people in Espanol. Mwah.